Cek sound, cek Discord-nya ketutup pula, lucu banget ya bur. Ini dia, Discord-nya ketutup lagi. Ini benar. Ini begini, terus ini tarik. Ada. Kayaknya audionya kekecilan ya. Atau kenapa ini mikrofonnya? Audio property, mic out properties. Ini benar, berarti audio game kegedean. Sedikit audio game. Ambil dulu. Habis itu sesuai judul. Kalah sama suara gamenya. Wait, kita cek dulu game capture. Suaranya kecilin. Gimana suara? Apakah sudah aman? Apakah suara sudah oke? Aku nggak tahu ya kenapa dari kemarin tuh suara audio tuh kecil banget. Suara audio mic itu kecil banget, entah kenapa. Wah, aku masih dengerin suaraku sendiri dari YouTube. Nah, saatnya karena sudah ditunda dan kenapa nggak mau on ini? Sama karena ini karena ini tinggal 9 hari lagi. Aku mau 500 primonya, jadi aku langsung kerjain aja. Yuk guys, next. Karena aku mau primonya, jadi ayo kita gas. Ntar ini tele dari sini aja. Kalau kita ketemu chest, kemungkinan nanti nggak diambil karena aku mau pakai interaktif map aja masalah chest-chestan tuh. Ngeteh guys. Teh. Kok Fuginya nggak nyala? What happened to the Fugi? What happened to the Fugi? Fugi.
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
Cek. Loh, kok tiba-tiba Fuginya nggak mau nyala? Kita coba dulu. Kling, kling, kling. Kling, klang, klung. Cek. Wah. Fuginya nggak mau nyala. What happened? Nah, biarlah. I don't care. Biarlah. Seperti dunia sedang tidak baik-baik saja. Jadi Fugi nggak mau nyala. Dah nggak apalah, yang penting nah guys, kita lanjut story. Di sini terakhir itu story-nya berarti waktu ngerapihin desanya si Mualani. Ini grafik game barusan aku pencet yang apply to the yang desktop compatibility, betul jadi aneh banget. Masih nggak segininya kok. Kita kemana? Ke bawah. Oke. Get caps lock.
Paimon feels like a whole new Paimon after those 2 days in the hot springs. The abyss kind of threw a wrench in our relaxation, though.
Betul.
Still, spending time here really has felt like a vacation. The Kaholosaurs are so nice and so fun to play with. Their bellies are super bouncy. Oh, and Atea's snacks were so delicious. She gave Paimon some for the road just this morning, actually.
Kemana Atea?
Yelling at some kids who got caught throwing stones in the hot
Saya
springs.
pergi dulu
So,
mau mandi.
not much has changed
Iya,
since we first met her.
dadah Luffy. Selamat pagi.
Hey, you guys. Sleep well last night?
Yes.
Yep, this area is so nice.
Glad you like it. I was thinking of taking you guys out to do some sea
Yeah.
fishing. Later tonight, we can eat whatever we catch. Fresh fish is absolutely delicious right off the grill.
Suaranya Mualani kurang ekspresif, agak
Hey,
kurang rasanya.
Moalani!
Tonina.
Yeah? What do you need?
The team sent out to fight in the Night Warden Wars has returned.
Loh.
And Kachina? Is she back as well?
Kachina fell in battle. But don't worry, the team was victorious, so the rite of resurrection will be held in the stadium soon.
Okay, let's go.
That's a relief. The Abyss is cunning, and it was her first time. Mistakes are bound to happen.
Exactly. She deserves to hold her head up high.
All right, thanks for letting me know. We'll head out in a bit.
Ada di bed. Oke. Berarti ke stadium ya. Oke.
Jeez, she sounded a little anxious there. Had me thinking it was bad news for...
Moalani, you said the Abyss was cunning just now, but it seems like the Abyss just wants to destroy everything.
Cunning?
Like, think about all those monsters that attacked your tribe. If there really was some sort of cunning plan, wouldn't it make
Cunning?
more sense to send them to attack Kachina and her small team?
Cunning?
Not that Paimon wants them to be in any more danger. It's just...
It's just what?
Relax, I get
Difficult to
it.
understand.
At a glance, it certainly seems like the only goal is
Lucu
total
kalau misalkan
destruction.
tiba-tiba si
The
orang-orang ini
Abyss isn't a
ngelawan
living entity after all, so what
siblingnya si
capacity for
Traveler
logic
sih,
or
gitu
planning
kan.
could it possibly possess? But through our long history of fighting the Abyss, we've realized things aren't quite 500 years ago. The Abyss invaded Tevat. You know about that, right? That's right. Conria suffered greatly during that time, but so did every other nation in Tevat, and Natlan was the worst affected of all.
Oh,
It took the combined efforts of the then Pyro Archon and heroes from every tribe to finally repel the Abyss. Even so, the effects of the invasion lingered for hundreds of years, only able to be reversed little by little. Our tribe's waters were contaminated. The Children of Echo's territory was overrun by dangerous sludge surging from underground. Unrelenting black winds tore across the lands of the Flower Feather clan. It was like each disaster was designed for a specific tribe. Exactly. We once thought that the Abyss's desire for destruction was a sort of primal instinct, but its methods are, in truth,
The misunderstood foundation of each tribe. Oh iya juga.
we
Oh iya
now
juga,
believe
dia
the
di
Abyss
sini
has invaded the Night Kingdom
invade airnya.
and has the
Di sana
capacity to
nginvade
read the
angin,
memories of this
ini
land at any given
pendaratannya.
moment.
Pintar juga Abyssnya. We now believe an Abyss invaded the Night Kingdom. The capacity of the read memories in the land of given moment.
And that's how it became so dangerous and cunning. Almost like it knows
Cunning?
you inside and out.
Almost like I know it. Oh.
Yes, and that's why we've been unable to fully eradicate it, even after all. Luckily, the problems left behind by the Abyss have been successfully addressed by the various Pyro Archons we've had over the years.
Lawan Abyss yang di desanya si ini Mualani. Udah.
Now every tribe is prospering and things are looking up.
Kalau
I mean,
yang di
just
sini
look at what we
udah
managed to do a few days
kan
ago. We
yang
totally
lawan
fought them off.
Abyss di desa Mualani itu sebelum part pertamanya rapih. Ini sudah rapih part 1, sekarang saya di part 2. Hari Rabu tanggal berapa itu? Minggu depan. Itu part 3-nya keluar versi 5.1.
You must have had to sacrifice a lot to get to this
Arkonnya keluar
point.
5.3 ya? Apa 5.2? 5.3 ya? Nggak masalah sih, aku pasti punya satu versi buat nabung.
Every
paling
battle,
nggak.
every sacrifice is in pursuit of a future where we get to stop fighting. Responsibility, duty, unavoidable burden. Everyone in Natlan, but I believe we will be rid of the Abyss one day. And the efforts of all who fought against them will become a story for the ages.
Si Mualani kalau pakai celana panjang kayak gimana kelihatannya? Kayak lucu deh. harus ke klinik minta obat.
To think that my name
mata
could
ikan.
survive in ballads passed down to future generations. It's kind of romantic.
Loh, dia sih. To think that my name could survive ballad passed down future generation.
Everyone has something that drives
Ini
them
apa
forward, you know?
namanya? Romance Traveler nambah 1 kah? Kan dari di Mondo nggak ada, di Liwe sama Kecing. Ya nggak sih? Di Liwe sama Kecing, di Nazuma sama Ayaka, di Sumeru sama si Nilu, di sini sama si Kacin, sama si Mualani kah? You can do it. You make me wanna contribute.
Be my guest.
Anjay.
Heroes are always welcome in Natlan. Anyway, let's head to the stadium. Our fishing trip can wait until Kachina's back. The sea's not.
Yo, act 2 aja start. Let's go. Kita langsung ke stadium saja tanpa lama. Dia si Mualani sama Kinish ternyata. Tapi gimana ya, orang ya tiba-tiba kok ini. Orang ini kayaknya confirm deh. Confirm gak tuh? Orang kelihatannya seperti demikian. Wadaw. Loh, kok kacinanya nggak ada? Mana kacinanya?
Whoa, this place is packed out.
Of course. No one's gonna miss out on the chance to welcome our heroes back from battle. It's their moment. Kachina's gonna be so flustered. She's never had this many eyes on her before.
Yeah, she doesn't
Yeah,
seem
she
like
does.
the kind of person who likes
Doesn't
being the
look
center of attention.
Looks like I'm just in time.
Kanich, you're here!
Knish.
Yeah, a commission ran longer than expected, but I made it. I heard about the incident with your tribe, Mualani.
Ini
Is everyone all right?
aku penasaran deh. Sora, si Knish nih, si voice actor Inggrisnya siapa ya?
Yeah, it's all
Jadi
taken care
penasaran.
of. Our new friend here's got some tricks up his sleeve, by the way. He's just as strong as Kachina made him out to be.
If I only been a bit.
Hey, look! Is it about to start?
That's right. Someone will come out and recite a eulogy, and then we'll sing the Ode of Resurrection together. Come on, let's find a spot with a good view. Let's go somewhere higher up so Kachina can spot us.
Beneran di paling atas. Pak D.
Warriors of Natlan, heed the call of life. We are the inheritors of memory and
Anjay,
legend.
mamah lagi. Maksudnya ini, Mafuika.
Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
Keren loh. Yang aku suka dari model Mafuika tuh karena dia celananya celana panjang, udah itu aja. Oh. Kok oh, kirain ada something strong happen, ternyata ini. Ternyata mereka lagi nyanyi. Oke, good. Bahasa apa? Bahasa Afrika ya? Bergang. Once again burn it bright. Kok stay still? What happened? Oh, ternyata disuruh ketik. Oke. Anjay Mafuika.
I could not find Kachina within the Night Kingdom, or locate her ancient name.
Loh,
What?
setelah aku searching VA yang aku kurang familiar sama VA. Oh, oke.
What does that even mean?
Usually once the ode is complete, the Pyro Archon and resurrected person will emerge from the flames. But something...
What's going on? This has never happened before.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Clearly, the team sent to fight the Abyss didn't win after all. Think about it. The ode rekindles all victors. We've witnessed it countless times.
Halo Argantar, selamat pagi. Ikutan nyanyi ikut ogah. Bahasa apa itu barusan?
Since the Archon couldn't find Kachina in the Night Kingdom, that must mean there's more to
must
this
be mean
victory than meets the eye.
Hey! You just haven't gotten over the fact that Kachina beat you in the pilgrimage!
Pathetic. The both of you.
Your wild guesses are misplaced. We completed our mission.
Maybe you did, but who's to say whether that little girl even contributed at all? Maybe she got... Why would the YAB recognize someone like her? Even
Sumpah
if
nih orang
she was
ngeselin
on the
banget.
team.
Tak dorong rasanya dari belakang bibir jatuh dia.
How dare you insult a hero of Natlan like that? Kachina sacrificed herself to repel the Abyss. She doesn't deserve to
Makanya
be
tadi dorong
subjected
dari
to
belakang.
vile rumors when she's not even here to defend herself.
Pengen tak dorong rasanya dari belakang.
Calm down, Mulani. There's no point arguing with the likes.
I can't just sit here and let them slander her like...
To insult a hero of Natlan, the person actually has to be a hero.
You...
Think about it, everyone. Who do you think is really at fault here? A girl who never should have even gone to war? Or the great Pyro Archon? Why would the rules of our nation suddenly stop working?
That's true. If she wasn't revived, it must mean she failed to achieve victory. Maybe the YAB interpret victory in different ways?
I mean, that girl didn't look all that strong to me.
Seems to be deep thought. Why isn't putting stop to commotion?
Kachina wouldn't have run! That's not like her at all!
No. She's been waiting for this moment for too long. No matter how daunting the situation. No matter how scared she might feel. She's always the first person to
No
stand
matter
up
how
and
I
face
think,
it head
kenapa
on.
ini mikrofonku tiba-tiba nggak mau nangkap suara tinggi ya? Kenapa suaraku selalu dianggap terendah sama ini mikrofon? Ini mikrofon udah benar. Aku udah colok. Harus, sorry, aku mau benerin sesuatu. Aku nggak paham kenapa mikrofonku tuh nggak mau nangkep suara keras.
We don't even know what happened. So don't you dare try to use this as an excuse to vent your anger or slander her reputation.
Fine. We'll find out what happens soon enough. Then
we'll see
who
deserve glory.
That's enough. There is no doubt about today's victory, or Kachina's part in it. She is a hero worthy of our admiration and celebration. However, the failure of today's ceremony is undeniable. Kachina has not been rekindled, and I offer you all my deepest apologies as I continue to investigate to prevent further casualties. I have decided to suspend the pilgrimage until this matter is...
What?
No one is all-knowing. No one is infallible, not even myself.
Mavika manusia soalnya, dia bukan dewa. Make sense kalau misalkan dia nggak terlalu bisa ngerjain sesuatunya banyak-banyak.
But doubt is a means by which we seek the truth, not a weapon we wield against others.
I didn't mean it that way, Archon. I just...
If there are things you wish to clarify, then ask me directly. Doubt my answer if you wish. But now's your chance. You have concerns? State them.
Mampus.
No, of course not.
Even though I have said nothing to change your mind, then it would seem the truth never mattered to you at all.
That guy doesn't even have the courage to answer the Pyro Archon's question.
I have a question, Archon. My friend Kachina. Do you have any idea where she is? I know you said you were investigating the situation, but I'm sorry, that's not enough.
I've already shared everything I know. If you want to learn the truth and rescue your friend sooner, you should join the So, what do...
Of course I'll join.
In that case, come see me in the speaker's chamber.
We should join them.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, could you drop by as well, Traveler? I'd like to...
Jelas. Let's fucking go!
Rest assured, everyone, I'll keep the tribal chiefs informed on the progress of the investigation.
I'll keep the tribal chief informed on the progress of investigation. Okay.
Once again, I apologize for the outcome of this ceremony.
Did she just ask?
I believe she did.
Oh, fucking course.
Let's go.
You are the
I'd like to know what's going on myself.
What are you talking about? Yes. Nih, apa berkelanjutan kah? Dulu semoga di yang Archon yang ini lebih banyak berantemnya ya, karena kalau misalkan di Natlan nggak terlalu banyak berantemnya kurang asik sih kayaknya.
The situation is
The
urgent,
Nation
so I'll
of
get
Heroes
straight
and
to the
Warrior
point.
nggak banyak berantem,
Kachina is
agak aneh sih.
undoubtedly a hero of Natlan, and I'm deeply sorry this happened to her.
Kachina is undoubtedly. Oh, okay, undoubtedly. I'm sorry for happening.
There's been unrest in the Night Kingdom, but I don't know what's causing it. As a result, I've been unable to track
Aneh
down
banget
the
suara Mafuika.
location.
Kenapa suara Mafuika nih?
Until we find and address the cause of the unrest, the Ode of Resurrection will continue to be ineffective.
And that means Kachina won't be able to come back?
That's correct. Not until the problem with the Night Kingdom is...
How long will that take?
It's hard to say.
Kachina always dreamed of fighting the Abyss. Of doing her part to defend Natlan. She wasn't afraid of death because she knew, if it came down to it, the Pyro Archon would be there to bring her back to life. Whenever we sat down together, exhausted from training, she would always hum the Ode of Resurrection.
Lucu banget.
She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and share her joy. We supported her every step of the way, but what are we supposed to do now? Sit peacefully and wait for her return? Lose ourselves in grief over her death? Tell me, are we her friends? Or her—
That's not fair, Mulan.
It's all right. I understand your rage and your grief. Kachina's life means a great deal to me, Mualani.
Aww.
Believe me, I want to bring her back as soon as possible. I would give you that peace of mind if I could. But please, hear what I have to say so I can at least give you a broader picture of the issue we are now facing.
Periode tanggal berapa sampai tanggal berapa? Ada periodenya.
Considering the recent attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss has found a new means of undermining the rules of our nation.
You mean—
The Sacred Flame. The foundation of our resistance against the Abyss. If we continue to hold the pilgrimage and send teams to fight the Abyss, there will likely be more but if we stop altogether, the Sacred Flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale up their attacks, and the tragedy we saw with the people of the Springs will only be the first.
If we compare the two choices, the former seems to be the lesser of two evils. Sorry, I know that may sound harsh, but I bear the name Malipo. Weighing the costs is my duty. The raw truth can be cruel, but we need to understand it if we want to approach this rationally.
But what would you say, Mualani? This is personal for you. And unlike Kenichi, I dare say it's not a simple case of weighing up which course of action is less painful.
No. I can't choose between them, and I don't want to. Saying that one is preferable over the other is disrespectful to the people who suffered.
Wait, yeah. Okay.
You're saying it doesn't matter whether I suspend the pilgrimage. The consequences will be equally painful.
Nongol. Aneh banget.
Yes. What happened to Kachina breaks my heart. But I couldn't bring myself to sacrifice other people for her sake.
And that is the crux of the problem. It's not simply a matter of choosing the lesser of two evils.
Sorry.
Either way, there will be people who suffer. And the end result will be the same. Belief in the pilgrimage will waver. Once doubt has crept in, the people will no longer unite in battle against the Abyss. And that is exactly what the Abyss wants. Their ultimate goal isn't to break the rules that make the Ode of Resurrection work. It's to destroy the people's faith in them.
Kemasukan rambut. Okay.
To prevent what happened to Kachina from happening to anyone else, we need to suspend the pilgrimage. So that is my current plan. Then, we have to find another way of strengthening the sacred flame to keep the Abyss at bay. This won't be easy. I'll need time to figure out. I understand your anger, Mualani. But I hope that provided some clarity, at least.
Wow. Hyman thought things were gonna get heated for a second, but the Pyro Archon took the time to explain everything so patiently.
I owe you an apology, Archon. I let myself get carried away earlier, and I'm sorry. You're right. We need to focus on finding solutions.
We could always hold the pilgrimage without sending a team to fight in the Night Warden Wars. That way,
Bro,
we
we have one-man army, we have the Traveler.
I've considered that, but the
we
two
have one-man
events have
army,
nearly
we have the
always been
Traveler.
linked. Without the chance to fight the Abyss, pilgrimage rankings lose their prestige, and competitor numbers will drop. With fewer participants, the amount of contending fire produced will decrease, and the vicious cycle will continue indefinitely.
So, essentially, the Abyss is taking Kachina hostage.
You've learned about the concept of ley lines during your travels, yes? The Night Kingdom is something similar.
Mafuika tahu segalanya soal Traveler. Nice lah. Paling nggak kita nggak perlu jelasin lagi.
Staying there for a short period of time shouldn't have an effect on the person. But with the Abyss in the picture, it's a different story. Your sense of self will be devoured until eventually you become one with the sea of soul. Imagine pouring a cup of water into a rushing river. You can try to scoop up another cup, but there's no chance it will be the same water you had before. I won't sugarcoat it. That is the danger Kachina is currently facing.
Just like you said, Archon. Both of these problems need to be addressed. You can focus all your efforts on dealing with the Sacred Flame. I will go search for Kachina.
The Abyss poses the same threat to you as it does to her. It is very possible you will not return. Knowing that,
Kachina's waiting for us to rescue her. That's all that matters.
Let's go.
I failed to protect her during our campaign, but I can make it up to her now. I choose to go as well.
Traveler? What do you think?
This isn't how should. I promise you. Yes.
Understood. Then I'll support you in any way I can. The Masters of the Night Wind have a technique that can extract an ancient name from the ley lines. If we can find Kachina's ancient name, I can use the link between them to pinpoint her position within the Night. Then comes the hard part. You need to visit the Night Kingdom in person and rescue her.
But isn't the Night Kingdom a land of souls? Can we even go there?
Under normal circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is a way to go. However, know that the Night Kingdom will attempt to repel you, and the Abyss certainly won't leave you be.
That's fine by me.
Same here. Fighting the Abyss is nothing new for me.
So, Paimon's the only one who's scared? Well, if you're going, Traveler, Paimon's going...
Setelah of the Masters of the Night Wind once created an artifact that can be used to communicate with the Wayab. We call it the Spirit Speaker Stone.
Aku masih penasaran kenapa mikrofonku nggak kebaca sama Fugi ya. Coba ulang lagi, itu dong Fuginya hilang. Fuginya kembali. Apakah Fuginya sudah nyala lagi? Aku penasaran. Kenapa? Oh, akhirnya Fuginya nyala. Oke.
It was originally used as a ceremonial artifact wielded by the tribal chiefs. But that spiritual quality also means it can be used to search for an ancient name.
Kira Fuginya nyala lagi. The original used the ceremony artificial wielded by the but the spiritual quality also mean it can be used to search the ancient. Oh.
That was the artifact I delivered to the Scions of the Canopy a few days ago. Didn't think I'd be hearing about it again so soon.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Your thanks are unnecessary. I will offer you whatever aid I can, but your fellowship and courage are what will truly decide the success of this operation.
So fucking wholesome, man.
Besides, you're the ones helping me. I can only focus on one thing at a time, after all. Traveler, I certainly didn't expect our first conversation to be so serious. I've heard all about your accomplishments. Ever since you arrived, I've been hoping to meet you and offer you Natlan's highest level of hospitality. Why? Is that not what happened in the other nations you visited?
Well, but looking like we're really making a name, it's kind of complicated.
Things were pretty complicated at the start. And, you know, in the middle. But our reputation's solid nowadays.
That's more like it. After all, I've heard you're someone who transcends fate.
You know quite a lot about me.
Perhaps even more than you can imagine. But we can talk about that some other time.
Sumpah,
Ideally,
aku mau tahu
this would be
percakapan dia
the
sama Omi
perfect
bakal apa
night
aja.
for a
Penasaran
drink
aku
and
tuh.
some musical
Pasti bakal
ambiance.
di reveal percakapan dia waktu
But
versi
there are
5.2,
important things to be
5.1
done.
akhir. Nggak mungkin di sekarang ini. Aneh banget. Ideally, this will be the perfect night for a drink and some music. But important. Nah.
Oh, I almost forgot. Atea was wounded in the fight against the Abyss. She wanted us to give this to you. It embodies fond memories and my strength of will. That's what she asked us to tell you. She said you'd know what that means.
I didn't think this day would come so soon. The flames of her life force. I can feel them flowing within the talisman. If things were different, the two of us could have enjoyed the hot springs together while she gave this to me in person. We're supposed to be hot spring buddies after all.
Why?
But don't worry. This talisman means a great deal to me. I'll take good care of it. And once this is all over, I'll pay Atea a visit.
You said you didn't want to jeopardize the production of Contending Fire. But that's not at all why you decided to suspend the pilgrimage,
kayak dengar
is it?
suaranya suara siapa ya? Dengar suara Kinis itu jadi keingetan suaranya Al-Haytham. Iya, kayak jadi keingetan suaranya Al-Haytham.
Even now, the production of Contending Fire is far from sufficient. The The gradual corrosion caused by the abyss has resulted in a massive shortage of pyro energy, and we're currently, as things stand, the pilgrimage is a lost cause. Suspending it allows us to save our strength to defend the abyss has brought catastrophe to Natlan, and Kachina's disappearance in the Night Kingdom is a direct consequence of that.
We can't let the general public know that.
No. If the public learned that Natlan's destruction was close at hand, there would be immense panic.
Semuanya kecuali Inazuma. Iya kayak semua kecuali Inazuma berhubungan sama destruction. Liwe mau hancur waktu itu gara-gara monster air, Mondstadt yang pasti hancur. Terus Sumeru nggak mesti hancur sih. Tapi kalau Fontaine tenggelam, ini hancur.
But if I said nothing at all, they would have continued to question the integrity of Natlan's heroes.
Another simple choice. The latter was clearly the better solution. But you chose otherwise.
I have never subscribed to the belief that the right choice is the one with the fewest sacrifices. Let's go. There's still a way for the sacred flame to last a little longer.
You mean?
Yes.
What happened? Akhirnya ada waktu buat lanjutin story Genshin. 500 primo gem itu penting banget. Bisa waktu tinggal 9 hari
The sacred
lagi,
flame must never go out. Not only does it strike fear in the abyss, but it's also the pillar of Natlan's stability. So until our heroes are ready, I will sacrifice my...
But that can only last so long. I think we should focus on the remaining ancient name bearers.
Don't let desperation cloud your judgment. Those chosen by the Wayab have already embarked on their destined path. It is for them to decide how that journey ends, not us. All we can do is support them.
Hah? Bentar, aku lihat komennya Sky di YouTube, tapi kok aku nggak bisa ngeliat komennya di live chatnya ya? Apa aku mabok? Bentar, aku... Hah? Wait, what? Bentar, aku bingung. Oh, ini dia. Akhirnya keluar. Halo Sky. Aku nggak tahu dari kapan Sky datang, tapi halo Sky. Sorry ya, aku tadi...
Even so,
ternyata
for
live
you to
chatnya
make
error.
this sacrifice, it's not right.
Live chatnya selalu error, aku bingung. Yogurt tak kelas, ini hari Minggu pagi, Ibu Sky.
If not me, then who? No other is capable of sustaining the sacred flame.
Kapan mancing? Kapan mancing ya? Kapan mancing? Yes.
I possess great strength, but I'm not above my people. This is part of my duty.
Anjay, apa namanya? Mami racing.
Archon, it's the Fatui!
Ya, videonya error. No, ini fightnya Mafuika sama Capitano. No. Error.
The Archon of Natlan.
Wait, no
A force to
way.
be
Error
reckoned.
videonya. No.
The secret of the Leyland is no secret to me. Long have they been
No.
destined
I wanna watch the thing. No. Where is my... No, sorry. Apa? Wait. Wait. You will see me in a good in a big face. Wait ya. Selain banget tiba-tiba videonya error. Why? Aku nggak buka program banyak-banyak loh rasanya. Wait. Sumpah ngeselin banget. Tiba-tiba videonya nggak mau ke play, nge-stuck gitu dia. Aku nggak mau, aku reset. Dia ogah banget. Aku mau nonton fight-nya si Mafuika sama Capitano. Ngeselin banget tiba-tiba. Nah, oke. It's back. Ini di skip aja ya tadi.
Sacred, so until our
But that can only last.
don't let desperation clap. Those chose all we can. Even so, I possess great strength, but I'm not above my people. This is part of my duty.
Aku mau lihat fight-nya sama Capitano. Semoga jangan crash lagi. Oh yes, nggak crash. Untung nggak crash.
The Archon of Natlan. A force to be reckoned with.
Capitano.
The
first
secret of the ley lines.
The first
is no
harbinger.
secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin. And since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled, what use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean, but it sounds like this is about more than the
Anjir, pakai kacamatanya itu loh.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for Natlan. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
Keren banget.
I assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us, let our blades do the talking!
Itu great sword loh, Mafuika. What the hell? Apa power creep, apa power restorationnya di kacamata aja, kacamata hilang, powernya muncul. Keren banget. Apa lebih lucu lagi nggak sih kalau misalkan ternyata Mafuika sama Capitano tuh suami istri dan mereka udah cerai dan mereka suka berantem gitu. Kalau mereka berdua berasal dari si Natlan, dan kenapa mereka sekarang berantem itu gara-gara mereka senang aja berantem. Gara-gara mereka musuhan. Itu begitu lagi. Hancurkan semuanya, Pak D. Apa pure fist, let's go. Tadi Capitano left-handed ya? Capitano tuh left-handed, tadi dia soalnya mukulnya pakai tangan kiri. Wah, dia punya delu lupa. Cabut.
Masters of the Night Wind. Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
Aku lupa dia punya delulu. Dia delusional.
Are you alright, Archon?
He was a formidable opponent. Exactly what I would expect from the first of the Fatui Harbingers.
I never imagined someone could match you in combat.
You never see
If the
traveler in
Saritsa sent him
combat.
here, why would he bring up what happened 5 centuries ago?
Yeah. And how much does he know about Natlan?
The Harbingers are all driven by their own personal goals. The only purpose that unites them is collecting the Gnosis. But I'm sure the captain has his own reasons for being here as well.
Gnosisnya Fonte udah dibawa sama Archon kan ya? Udah di Arlecchino kan ya?
Whatever his motive, we should shift our focus to the
Udah
Fatui.
keluar
If
istrinya
they attack
Zhongli.
again and
Belum.
we're not prepared,
Halo Yori
we're done
ID,
for.
selamat pagi. Belum. Istrinya Zhongli kan udah jadi debu.
No, we're running out of
Zhongli udah
time.
jadi debu. We're running out of time, yes.
The wound I inflicted should hold him back and weaken him for the time being. Besides, I'm sure you noticed, the power that came to his rescue just now came from the Masters of the Night Wind.
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Not necessarily. This could prove to be a very valuable turn of events. When we exchanged final blows, I sensed an unusual presence within him. I'll
Aku
need
gak
to
kepikiran
investigate
kenapa
further.
gak Gnosisnya dikasih ke Saritsa aja. Saritsa kan sama-sama Archon. Kenapa gak dikasih ke Saritsa?
Kanich, go to the Masters of the Night Wind and look into who could have aided the captain. Speak to Setelah. She should know.
Of course, I'll head out right now. Do you still intend to...
Yes, but fear not. Natlan's strength has never rested solely in its Archon. Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future. We must...
Ya, skip.
Is everything okay, Archon?
Completely fine. Just lamenting the fact that I never got a picture when I could still turn my hair into flames. Too late now. I just hope the others have a safe journey.
Itu para VA-nya istrinya VA-nya. Hah? Ini siapa? Istrinya si siapa? Guizong. Iya kah? Iya kah? VAJP-nya VA. Iya kah? Aku malah nggak tahu. Aku belum cek soalnya. Itu Pyro Archon VAJP-nya ya. Tiba-tiba 2.
What's happening at the stadium? Did something explode?
It feels like the Archon unleashed her power. She must be fighting a formidable...
Should we go back and check what's going on?
Much time. That's true. That's right.
Have faith in the Archon. She wouldn't lose in a one-on-one confrontation.
Once we find Kachina's ancient name, we'll head right back.
Okay, let's just keep climbing. I'm on real...
Wow. I'm on my way. Kita pindah langsung tarik ke sini biar cepat. Saya malas. I'm on my way. Wah, belum diambil. Aku butuh interaktif biar ada itu juga. Oke.
Just
Dur.
Chaska.
God damn. Oke, lanjut.
nice to see you again, Wyna. I'm afraid we don't have time for pleasantries, so I'll get right to it. We're here for the Spirit Speaker Stone.
Whoa, hold on a second. At least tell me why you need...
My friend Kachina is trapped within the Night Kingdom. We need the stone to find her ancient name and rescue...
Rescue her? From the Night Kingdom?
That's right.
I'm sorry, but someone needs to tell you what you don't want to hear. Going there, a mature warrior would never make... The nature of battle is unpredictable. You never know how it's going to end. Losing a friend is tragic, but when that happens, the best thing you can do is focus on how to prevent further casualties.
I appreciate what you're trying to say, Chief Wyna. But if the price of maturity is abandoning a friend in need, I'll choose foolishness any day. If Kachina's still...
I thought you might say that.
Bakal lucu sih kalau nanti kalau si Zhongli Kata istrinya, oh alah. Itu maksudnya istrinya Zhongli, istrinya VA-nya atau ini Lady Guizhong?
Is something wrong, Wyna?
Aku kurang ikutin
This doesn't
di
seem...
ranah VA-nya soalnya.
Life isn't complete without taking risks.
It's nothing. The Night Kingdom is a dangerous place. Can't blame me for checking if you're that determined. Far be it from me to stop you. Here's the stone. Keep it safe, okay? It's not like we have a spare.
Thank you.
Huh. Seems like you two go way back. But aren't you from the Flower Feather Clan, Chaska?
Oh, Chaska's a peacekeeper, so she's famous throughout the tribes. She's always the one people call to resolve conflicts. So we slow. Her younger sister Quichi's always hanging around our tribe too. She's helped us out a lot in the past.
Oh, you have a younger sister?
Yes. I'll introduce you to her sometime. But let's get back to business. Wyna, how do we use the stone?
Oh, alah, istri RL. Oke.
As you probably
Nggak,
know,
yang lebih lucu kalau
your
misalkan
intended
ini sih,
destination is
kalau misalkan
completely
apa
different
namanya?
from the real world. The
Kalau
Night
misalkan
Kingdom is like a river
yang
flowing
gacha
with
itu si istrinya, si
concepts.
VA-nya gacha
And the
karakternya.
ancient name you seek is, in that
Itu udah
sense,
kejadian sama
the stone
VA
is like a
Inggrisnya
fishing
si
boat
Honkai
drifting
Starel,
down the
kalau kamu tahu.
river. But the boat alone isn't enough. You need a fisherman, experienced enough to steer it
Inggrisnya
in
Honkai
the right
Starel
direction.
kayak si VA-nya Sele, VA-nya Clara, VA-nya Acheron, VA-nya si MC-nya, si Trailblazer, VA-nya Danheng, VA-nya siapa namanya? Venturin. Itu kan mereka pada sering live stream gacha
We couldn't do that
karakter-karakter itu.
ourselves.
With a little practice, I'm sure you could. You have the strength and the talent.
Who?
Vichama, a legendary warrior and scout from our tribe. He's got a keen eye and a well-honed intuition. Even his ancient name means to seek. If you're fishing for a name, you're gonna want him on the boat.
Bichama? Why does that name sound familiar?
He's one of Auntie Atea's hot spring buddies. I've heard stories about him. Where can we find him?
Ever since Malco passed, he spends most of his time gazing out at the scenery from the cliff tops. Follow the path that way.
Thank you.
Good luck. I hope everything...
Someone admiring the scenery from the cliff tops.
Si VA-nya Zhongli yang ini kan, yang JP kan? Berarti bukan yang Inggris.
Hello there, are you Vichama?
That's me. Did you need something?
Anjay, suaranya jadi berat gini, bro. Ngeri banget. The Spirit Keeper Stone.
What? You're saying you can bring someone back from the Night Kingdom? How? No. If you really think about it, anything's possible in that kind of place. But
Are you okay? You don't look so good.
Oh, yang JP. Oke.
Everything's fine. I'll help you, but I do have a small request. After I help you find Kachina's ancient name, I want to use the stone to look for my friends as well.
Your friend? Oh, why not mention someone named Malco? Is that who you're talking about?
Yes, but I'd rather not get into it if it's all the same to you.
That's not a problem. We agree to your request.
Yeah. Since you're helping us find Kachina's ancient name, it's only right that we
Then we're agreed. Can I have a look at the stone? I see. From what I can tell, it functions almost like an abyssal pylon. Both connect the Night Kingdom to the living world.
VA-nya Lisa? Kenapa VA-nya Lisa? Dia ngedengerin suara Lisa waktu manjat tebing kah?
Once the connection is established, the abyss will come surging through the opening like a predator honing in on the scent of blood.
Wow.
So we have to be sure not to use it in a tribal settlement.
Wow, you got all that just from looking at it?
I just picked up on the basics, really. I still have no idea why it works. You said someone named Setelah invented this. They must be a genius. I'll go find an open area and start setting things up. In the meantime, I need you to get 2 things for me.
We'll go right away. What do you need?
First, I'll need some hook ropes. Pretty much every store around here carries them, so no need to go anywhere special. Oh, and I need to build a net out of them, so make sure you get a good amount.
Wait, are you saying you're going to use a real net to catch Kachina's ancient name? How does it work when one's tangible and one's not?
dia pakai net buat nangkep si Kachina, lucu banget. Dia pakai jaring buat nangkep nama.
By creating something tangible in our world, like a net, we can create a connection to a corresponding concept in the Night Kingdom. Basically, I'm going to use the concept of a net to catch something equally intangible, an ancient name.
si Yori ya begitulah gitu.
Oh, I see. What about the second thing you need?
Right. I need 2 chunks of obsidian. Once we bring the ancient names into our world, we'll need a place to store them. Normally, you can only get obsidian from the Children of Echoes, but I heard there's a traveling merchant from that tribe around here somewhere, so maybe you...
Gotcha!
Mikrofonnya kayak kejauhan deh. Oke. Cek sound. Oke.
Alright, let's split up. See that clearing? Let's meet over there when you're done.
Aku main ada beberapa part yang aku suka dub JP-nya, tapi kalau misalkan lagi story, aku lebih suka pakai dub PN. Soalnya aku kan baca.
Oh, and
kalau
you can
baca
send someone with me
plus
if you
denger
want.
itu lebih nangkep
In case
story-nya
you're worried, I
bagus.
might take the stone for myself.
Kalau misalkan dub JP, jelas aku lebih suka dub JP di bagian Inazuma ya. Soalnya vibes-nya dapet. Kalau di kayak Sumeru kemarin aku kayak main juga pakai dub JP deh. Tapi kurang rasanya. Konten aku main pakai full Inggris, ini pakai full Inggris.
What do you think, Chaska?
There's no need. Lena spoke highly of you. That means you're trust.
I appreciate it, even though that doesn't mean much to me anymore.
Sama satu lagi alasan kenapa aku nggak pakai dub JP sih gara-gara aku males downloadnya sih.
Anyway, it'll take some time to set everything up, so no need to rush. I'll see you in a bit.
What an odd guy. He seems so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time.
I don't have any more insight than you, Paimon.
Let's just focus
on
on
Hang
the
on,
preparation.
Kachina.
Nih ya, voice Jepang itu voice over language tuh 19 giga. Gede banget. Oke, nggak aku download nih voice JP-nya karena besar mualas. Aduh, frame drop pula. Betul, 19
Do you have any
giga.
hook ropes for sale?
Hook ropes? As in rock climbing equipment?
Yes. How much for your whole stock?
Oh, the whole thing? Let me see. That would...
Deal.
Wait.
What, you want me to drive down the price? We just need these as fast as possible.
Oh, no problem at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. These ropes are usually used by rock climbing enthusiasts. If you want to learn, Roka's the person you want to ask. All right. That's everything.
Now we need the obsidian. Let's go talk to the traveling merchant Bichama mentioned.
Traveling merchant. Aduh, tiba-tiba frame drop. Bentar dulu. Kayak crowd density-nya kudu diturunin deh, biar enak. Grafik crowd density kayaknya di low aja deh. Biar lebih ringan. NPC banyak yang hilang tiba-tiba, lucu banget. Kalau emang suka gas aja sih.
Excuse me.
Ini
Do you
aku
sell obsidian?
karena ini lagi story makanya aku nggak pakai yang dub JP ya. Kalau misalkan main juga, aku udah mulai jarang pakai dub JP sebenarnya. Kenapa ya aku jarang pakai main JP? Mungkin karena size-nya berat, aku jadi malas download kan. Terus aku udah biasa pakai dub Inggrisnya, jadi lebih enak.
Why, yes. I've got a chunk for sale right over there.
Perfect. Is that the only one, though? We actually need...
That might be tough. Tell you what, I'll take a look through these boxes over here and we'll see what we can find.
Thank you so much. We'll wait.
Relax. Everything's going according to plan.
I know, it's just... I could tell Vichama feels the same way about his friend that I do about Kachina. I hope this chunk of obsidian isn't the only one. Kachina always carries all sorts of shiny stones with her. If I was the one trapped in the Night Kingdom, she'd have a whole pile of obsidian ready in a heartbeat.
Well, would you look at that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady.
Hokinya.
Perfect! Thank you.
If you hadn't shown up, these stones would have just sat here collecting dust. I'll take 3,000 more. Here you go. By the way, I heard you mention Vichama just now. How's he doing? Malco's been gone for 5 years now.
Do you know what happened between them?
I heard about it in passing while I was out
Sayang banget
drinking
betul
one
dub
night.
JP-nya kini.
But I don't know
Iya, ini
the
apa
details.
Narusasu ya?
Vichama and
Sasuke Naruto.
Malco
Ya, aku
grew
tahu.
up together.
Aku
And
nggak
even made a name
nge-pull
for
ngasih
themselves
gini.
together.
Ntar aku abis ini aku kasih.
Malco was an amazing fighter, capable of knocking out multiple opponents in a single hit, while Vichama excelled at scouting and analyzing the
Oh,
battlefield.
perfect ini buat main
The
Mobile
two
Legends.
made an excellent
Mobile
team
Legends.
and
Jelek
managed to beat back the Abyss several times. 5 years ago, they both emerged triumphant in the pilgrimage and were placed on the same team to fight the Abyss. But on the eve of battle, the Abyss launched an attack on their tribe, and Vichama suffered an injury to his leg.
Then what happened?
The team agreed that he couldn't fight the Abyss in his condition. Vichama didn't argue. He knew going to the front lines with an injured leg would make him a burden in battle. So it's just... Malco and the others ended up facing hordes of abyssal monsters in numbers that far exceeded anyone's expectations. Vichama went into a deep depression after that. He blames himself for everything.
Such a possible situation doesn't sound like it's
Oh, you're not wrong. but it's possible he chooses to blame himself. Not because he did something wrong, but because he wasn't able to do anything. I've tried convincing him to move forward, to stop dwelling on the past. But the shadow of Malco's death, the abyss has caused so much suffering, and some wounds never heal. Anyway, that's the gist of it. Maybe you could help him talk things through sometime. I would really appreciate.
Loh, tiba-tiba jadi bebek. Bentar. Commission. Wah, mentok. Dari commissionnya mentok. Nice. Tiba-tiba kenapa frame drop gini, bro? Panas enggak laptopnya? Aku nyalain kipas dulu biar adem. Oke. Nih, yang tadi aku bilang, aku tuh nge-pull Kinish kan. Soalnya aku ngumpulin ininya udah sampai 50. Ini bisa lebih sih. 480 nanti bisa dapet 3. Aku tuh ngumpulin buat Silonen, aku mau banget Silonen soalnya. Sana dari sini berarti. Mana ya? Gak ada saurian itu kah? Gak ada saurian kah yang bisa dipinjam? Aduh, ada putar lagi itu. Jatuh. Aduh, atasnya ketutup pula. Mana nih? Sini. Sini. Saurian mana? Lah, saurian yang ini. Sana ya. Looking our way to the night time. Ada cesto. Kita ke ujung-ujung dulu, kita lompat sekali, pull sekali, lompat lagi. Sip. Oke. Halo Jo, pagi Jo.
Did you get everything?
Yes.
Yep, it's all here.
I've made all the necessary adjustments, so we're good to go. As agreed, I'll help you find Kachina's ancient name, and then you go ahead.
Are you seeking for a friend's ancient name for the same reason of us?
After Malco fell, I scoured the battlefield to see what happened. It turned out he wasn't bested by some impossibly powerful foe. He was dragged to his grave by the sheer number of enemies. If I had been there, I would have been able to sense the danger. I could have always blamed myself for what happened. But when you told me about Kachina, I realized there's a chance Malco might also be alive, fighting for survival in the Night Kingdom.
But that happened several years ago, right? The Pyro Archon said all life within the Night Kingdom eventually becomes one with the Sea of Soul.
There might not be much hope, but I still have to try. Malco and I promised each other, even if we never managed to root out the Abyss for good, we would fight together until the end. All right, let's get to it. I'll start searching for the conceptualized version of Kachina's ancient name. If you see any fragments scattered around the area, please collect them.
Okay.
Make sure you prepare yourselves for battle. As I said, the stone will link the mortal realm to the Night Kingdom. The Abyss will likely emerge in response.
Battle, haha, this is what I've been waiting for.
Look at that golden thing. It must be one of those fragments Bichama mentioned. Let's get closer.
punya Kacina enak banget nih. Kalau punya Mualani enak nih, muter-muter cepat. NPC six pack, yoi cuy. NPC six pack cuy, gede banget.
Whoa, monsters incoming! Watch out, everyone!
Monster incoming, wah monsternya beginian lucu banget.
One with nature. Overruled.
Aduh frame drop, haha frame drop. Abis match.
Wind strike. As one with wind and cloud.
Here comes the catch.
Transfix. How much longer, Vichama?
Not long. We're getting close.
Salah pencet. Itu pakai jalan. Ini di mana?
Quick, take it. I found Kachina's ancient name. Hang in there, Malko. Just a little longer.
Something's not right. The power of the abyss is getting stronger.
Ayo.
The abyss is corroding his body.
I should have died 5 years ago. I just need a little more time. Please, I'm almost there. Thank you.
Watch out! The power of the abyss is strong.
Spam spasi.
This power.
Hanging in there?
Running out of time.
No, what?
We can't wait any longer. Pull him away from the stone, Mualani.
I already tried, but the power of the abyss has him in a chokehold. It's like he's
In that case, we have no choice. Get back!
Chaska, wait!
Dihancurin ininya, batunya. Baru tadi si ini bilang jangan dihancurin, malah dihancurin.
The stone's power was spiraling out of control. You were all caught in the shockwave of the explosion. You might feel...
Give us a heads up next time, will you?
I thought I said to get back.
Yeah, barely a second before you made it go boom. Not everyone has your...
Okay.
At least Kachina's ancient name is still in... Vichama!
Vichama!
I couldn't find Malko's ancient name. Once your ancient name disappears, there's no coming back. From the very beginning, I knew there was a slim chance, but still. And now... It's too late to save him. From the minute he left that day, it was already...
Vichama.
I'm sure he's heard enough condolences over the years. Let's just give him some...
Huh? What's that in your hands, Vichama?
Huh? This is...
Hey, Malko. Got any strength left?
Not enough to swing a sword, but to say a few last words.
Too bad. No one will get to hear them. I never thought I'd actually die on this mission. Not that I'm afraid to die. It's just... hard. Thinking about my mom's face when she hears the news.
Guess I have something to be thankful for then. My parents died a long time ago. You don't have to mourn me.
Kamehameha Super Saiyan 4. Kenapa tiba-tiba Super Saiyan?
Always had to beat me at everything, didn't you? Right to the end, you were never one for goodbyes. Maybe you're right. Maybe no one will get to hear our last words. Vichama, I'm so glad you didn't. Don't be sad. Just keep on living. For the both of us.
Oh, bro.
Was that?
Seems like we were able to salvage something after all.
Of course. Seeing him, hearing his voice again, it makes me unbelievably happy. But it also brings with it an even deeper pain.
A deeper pain?
Malco was always the type to put on a brave face. But in that memory just now, his hands were shaking, and his smile was forced. For all these years, I regretted not being able to fight alongside him to the end. And now I know, at the end of his life, he was thinking the same thing.
Bro, merinding bro, ngeri.
Vichama.
I'm fine. Actually, I heard Chief Wyna wasn't really on board with your plan to go to the Night Kingdom. When you asked for my help, I hesitated too. I knew helping you find your friend's ancient name meant leading you one step closer to danger, but I also understood why you had to try. Everyone has regrets in life, but not everyone gets the chance to make up for them. Once allowed to fester, guilt strips us of our most valuable qualities as warriors. In that sense, we might as well choose the braver path from the very beginning. If I could do it all over again, I would have followed Malco to the front lines no matter what. Even that way, even if the outcome stayed the same, I still would have fought alongside him to the end. There are critical junctures in life, and if you don't seize the chance to act, there's no going back. That's something I had to learn in hindsight. But
Thank you, Vichama. I feel even more determined now. Kachina will come back to us. I'll make sure of it. I promised I would find her, and I intend to keep that promise.
that's good to hear.
Once abyssal corrosion enters the body, a portion will fuse itself to your internal organs. Even though the Traveler possesses powers of purification, the corrosion can... Thanks to him, though, you were only briefly exposed. Slowing your breathing and controlling your emotions should help you keep the symptoms in check.
Berat, bro.
Just speaking from experience, that's all.
Anyway, we've recovered Kachina's ancient name, so we're off to a great start. Let's get Vichama back to his... and apologize for destroying the Spirit Speaker Stone. We had no choice, though, so he'll probably understand.
Itu... Keska ya? Enggak tadi. Kupingnya panjang ya? Enggak ngeliat tadi.
Koichi, are you really gonna just stand there like that? I don't know what you want from me.
I think you know exactly what I'm trying to say, Uncle Wyna. I can hear it in your voice.
Honestly, it's just one thing after another with you two. They're back.
Koichi? What are you doing here?
Don't play dumb with your own sister. You know exactly. My apologies, everyone. I just need to borrow Chaska for a few minutes. You come with me.
Usop aja juga bener. Lo iya kasih Chaska.
I'll be just a moment.
Who is that?
Koichi, Chaska's younger sister. Although the two aren't actually related by blood, it's kind of a long story.
Right.
It's not really my story to tell, but I guess it's not a secret. You see, Chaska was actually raised by cuckoo sores. She was afflicted with a rare disease when she was a child and abandoned in the wild as a result. The Abyss found her out there, all on her own, and tried to devour her. But in the end, all that did was trigger her will to live. That strength of will pushed her to survive. But it also planted a seed of conflict within her. Eventually, she was adopted by the cuckoo sores.
Hati-hati,
Wherever
Yori,
they
hati-hati.
went, she followed, getting into fights right and left.
For some reason, Paimon can totally imagine that.
Well, when Chaska finally returned to human society, it was Koichi's parents who adopted her. At the time, Chaska still had a habit of getting into fights, so Koichi was always taking her around, apologizing to everyone.
Bentar yes. Ada yang sedang saya ulus dulu sebentar ya, maaf ya. Bentar. Halo, selamat pagi Mas Luxman. Luxman.
Ah, I remember those days. One of those fights was definitely with me. But, you know, kids. You're fighting one minute and your friend's the next. Eventually, she found a way to rein in that desire to fight. And now she's who people call to resolve conflicts. She's known as the Peacemaker. It sounds like she still argues with Koichi, though. Don't siblings usually stop fighting when they get older?
That's partly my fault. Koichi asked me to stop Chaska from doing anything dangerous, but you probably know by now, once Chaska makes up her mind, there's no changing it.
Right.
Oh, I get it. No wonder you tried to talk us out of going to the Night Kingdom. Chaska even said that wasn't like you.
I'm all for your adventure. You need to take risks when you're young, because by the time you're my age, you couldn't attempt something like that even if you wanted to. Better try now than live with regrets later. That's what I say. Still, I can understand where Koichi's coming from. In the end, nobody wants to sit back and let a loved one put their life on the line.
All right, it's just the two of us now. You have 1 minute to explain yourself.
I don't have anything to say. You don't have to approve, but you should know I only do what's necessary.
That attitude is exactly the problem. It's like you don't care. You try to sneak off to the Night Kingdom behind my back and then play it down as if it's just a trip abroad.
Well, technically I am.
Usap kasih wejangan. Black banget.
Again with the excuses. We agreed, didn't we? There are 4 levels of danger. If it's not something urgent, you can only engage in level 2 danger and below. You can only go up to level 3 if a situation is so... But a trip to the Night Kingdom? If that's not a level 4, I don't know what is. And
What do you mean, sneak into the place? I always planned on walking in there with my head held high.
you bought off Uncle Wina, didn't you? He promised me he'd stop you from doing anything dangerous. Oh, it's like he didn't even try.
You feel like he went back on his word. What if I told you my mind was made up, and there was nothing he could have done? Not even by force.
Oh, I knew it! So he did try to say something, but you didn't listen?
This is important. If you were in my shoes, you'd make the same decision.
You don't know that? I'm a doctor, and I handle logistics. If you're going to waltz into a dangerous situation where you could lose control at any moment, it's my duty to say something.
All right, whatever.
You... What do you mean, anything else? Why don't you reflect on what you've done and promise me you'll stay put?
Time out. Is this One of our normal arguments or a serious one?
Chaska, does it sound like I'm joking?
Then... you need to know something. What happened to Kachina was partially my fault. I can't leave her there to die.
But the person you become when you lose control, that's also not who you are!
That's a different issue. You said it yourself. A person is only as good as their morals. If I want to live in Natlan, I need to display qualities that make me worthy of this nation.
I've also told you that managing your condition is equally important.
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. All right, let's stop this here. If we keep going, I might actually have to get serious. And I think Wyna prefers his roof attached to his house.
Is that a threat? That sounds like a threat to me.
Koichi! Younger...
So, you're really going to go, no matter what I say?
Then support me. I'll be back.
So, that's it. Why'd you have to turn out to be so...
Everest kakak adik berantem momen.
You two are something else.
Something you wanted to say?
I know you aren't related by blood, but you two sure are simple.
Really?
You know, I said that very thing to Koichi not too long ago, and she reacted the exact same way, down to the very tone of voice. It's not my place to get involved, but I will say this. Try to spend a little more time with your sister. You're tough kids.
Thank you.
Anytime. All right. If you're done with the Spirit Speaker Stone, you might as well hand it over. According to Kinich, it's an important ceremonial...
If only Tone Deaf Bard was here, he could have repaired it just like the Holy Liar.
It might be in a few more pieces than you
Huh? I see. Sounds like it was an urgent situation. Still, Setelah going to be a nightmare to deal with now that you've broken her stuff. I'll explain everything to her later. Stay safe out there in the Night Kingdom, okay?
Lanjut.
We're back! We found Kachina's ancient name, too!
Well, it's fairly complicated. Let me give you the condensed version.
The Fatui again? We can't go anywhere without them causing trouble.
But what if the Fatui finds out you've lost your power? Won't they try to take advantage of the situation?
That's why it has to be our little secret. No one else can know, or we're asking for trouble. Look, I wish I could offer you some sort of consolation, but I won't lie to you. With multiple factions closing in, there's nothing comforting about the situation we're facing.
Iya ini apa VA-nya kan VA Jepangnya istri Zhongli kan? Istrinya VA-nya Zhongli.
Still, all you need to do is focus on your goal. You can leave the complicated matters to me.
Gak bisa. Iya. bisa deh. Gak bisa.
I can also step in on the Pyro Archon's behalf. There's a limit to what I can accomplish, but I'll
Ini
help you
dia
however I can.
apa namanya? Si bocil ini elemen apa ya? Kalau pyro keren.
There's no need to be so modest, Dion-san. Your incredible strength has long been a well-known fact.
Archon, I'm sorry about before. You have so much on your plate. So much that you have to worry about.
You have nothing to be sorry about. We all get overwhelmed by our emotions, myself included. Your reaction to Kachina's disappearance, I understand that feeling very well. Well, now that we have Kachina's ancient name, let's go track her down.
What is this place? Hey, isn't that Atea's talisman?
Cuma si Archon Pyro nggak cuma si Archon Pyro nggak salah yang Archon pure-nya, tapi pure dari manusia. Hah? Gini. Cuma si Archon Pyro nggak sih yang oh iya betul, sejauh ini iya. Sejauh ini Archon yang manusia cuma dia doang.
This is where I
Well,
store
sama
all the
Furina sih,
various
tapi
mementos
ya,
I've
itu
collected.
Sebelumnya sama Furina sih. Furina juga manusia sebetulnya. Bahkan Furina tuh nggak punya kekuatan Archon sama sekali. Dia cuma main peran doang. Dia tuh bener-bener manusia yang pura-pura jadi Archon 500 tahun. Sian banget. Where I store all various mentioned apple.
Whoa. I've never seen this place before.
It looks like there are items from every tribe. Collecting them must have taken...
I suppose you could think of it as a hobby of sorts. In Natlan, everyone grows up listening to the stories of... And physical items do a far better job of preserving those stories than our own memory. Now, I still have some preparations to make for the ceremony, so feel free to take a look around in the meantime. If you're curious about an item, I'm more than willing to tell you about its origin.
Alright, we'll have a look. Hey, there's a fishing rod here.
That's right. It belongs to a legendary fisherman named
Legendary
Matamaru.
fisherman.
I have his entire set of
Legendary
fishing equipment,
fisherman.
actually. He and I met in a tavern. He told me about a particular kind of giant fish and his meticulous plan to catch it. In his eyes, I saw a hunger and a strong fighting spirit. To him, the sea was the
So, did he do it?
The next time I saw him, he was covered in scars. It turned out the fish he sought had been corroded by the abyss. He managed to kill the fish, but sustained a serious injury in the process, which meant he could never go deep-sea fishing again.
Tapi itu dari fisherman. Dia apa namanya ikan dari seluruh penjuru tempat udah dipancing sama Tabi Bito.
Well, Paimon thinks he won.
That was my answer as well. The experience was far more valuable. In the end, he didn't want his tools to go to waste, so he gave them to...
Wait, that means you also know how to fish.
Maybe we can go head to head.
harus di oh enggak, kira harus cek semua. Jangan malas.
The powder still needs some time to settle. Well, what do you think of my collection?
Yeah, if each item represents a different story, seems like Natlan's really been through a lot. Does every item hold a special memory, just like Atea's talisman?
That's right. The items in my collection actually serve a similar purpose to the ancient names passed down among the tribes. They demonstrate the true shape of time.
The shape of time?
Most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward. We cannot change the past or predict the future. But there's also a different theory, one that I believe to be closer to the truth. Namely, that the past, present, and future all
At once? Paimon?
Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back on your experience in each nation, which one would you say was the most important? Exactly. Even at the end of your journey, the things you experienced along the way don't cease to exist. They become part of who you are. Take out a portion of that journey, and you would likely make very different decisions. The future is the same way. It exists even though it has yet to come to pass. We just lack the means to perceive it. Of course, there are those with the power to foresee the future. They simply call it by a different name. Fate. You're quite familiar with that concept, I would imagine.
That does kinda make sense. The future hasn't...
Humanity excels at living in the present. But too often we forget the past and neglect the future, while the pilgrimage and the Night Warden Wars lead us to a better future. Only by uniting the people of Natlan across countless eras can we fight back against an enemy as formidable as the Abyss. To come up with such a set of rules, the first Pyro Archon must have possessed a level of insight I can only imagine. That's correct. At first, he was a mortal man with no special power. After he ascended to the Divine Throne, he used it to borrow power from the heavens and establish the rules of Natlan. Namely, a framework through which ordinary people can ascend to Archon. By holding the pilgrimage, we're able to determine the strongest among us. And when that person ascends to the Divine Throne, their inner flame will await. In addition, the sacred flame will grant them significant knowledge and memory of this land. After all, that's how I came to know everything I just told you.
So, it all comes down to the power of the Divine Throne and the rules. Wait, is that a family portrait?
Yes. That's my mother, father, younger sister, and the little saurians we raised.
Aw, so cute.
I turned a piece of my dad's leather armor into a canvas and commissioned a famous artist to paint our likeness.
Your sister is so cute! It looks like the two of... Paimon was having a hard time thinking of an Archon as an ordinary person, but seeing this portrait, it really doesn't look like there was anything special about you before. Oh, wait, is Paimon
A little late for that question, don't you think?
Sorry! Paimon's so sorry! Paimon's mouth works faster than her brain sometimes!
It's all right. I'd never get... No matter what others may say, my past is a precious part of my identity. I'm forever proud of the life I used to lead. Becoming the Archon doesn't mean you sever ties with your family. The position just comes with a lot of responsibilities, so it impacts how often you get to see them. My father made the most delicious stew, so my sister would often bring me a large pot of his cooking, and we would sit on a blanket and eat it together. One time, we didn't close the door securely, and the saurians you were raising ran into the room and knocked over the entire pot. My sister immediately burst into tears. The two troublemakers were going for the meat, but when they saw my sister's distress, they froze on the spot. I still remember the way they laid there, sulking like a pair of children, even after making such a mess. It was frustrating, but in the end, all I could do was comfort my sister.
Wow.
Isn't that what being a family is all about? I think about that story a lot. As the Archon, I made a vow to defend this nation, and experiences like that, they remind me exactly what I'm trying to protect.
what happened after that? This portrait looks pretty old. Your sister must be all grown up by now.
I believe she ended up working as an architect and artist. She built many houses and crafted many beautiful... Anyway, that's enough about me. Now that the powder is settled, we can begin. Ian-san, Mulani, Chaska, over here, please. Place the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin.
Let's go. Let's go. Akhirnya udah berantem lagi kah? I'm ready.
Surely as the echoes of life resound through heaven and earth, so too shall our stories remain. Ancient name, take us to your fated bearer. Allow her to answer our call.
Am I hallucinating again?
Kachina, are you okay?
Huh? I'm not seeing things, am I? Is the abyss...
It's okay, Kachina. It's just us. We're trying to find a way to bring you back.
Everyone, you have to listen to me. I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time, and I figured out what's wrong. The Wyab is being affected by the abyss. I was waiting for the Wyab to send me back, but then this really strong monster came in and it almost killed me. The Wyab saved me, even though its power is weakening. So I've been hiding from the monsters while trying to find a way to help. The Night Kingdom has become a huge mess, though. I keep hearing these awful sounds and seeing really...
Don't listen to those sounds, Kachina. The Abyss is trying to strip you of your sanity. All you need to do is stay safe and wait for us. We'll be there shortly.
It's okay. I feel so much better now that I've had the chance to talk to you guys. You don't need to worry about me. I've never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me or leaving me behind. Just knowing you care is more than enough. I'll find a way back. You don't have to put yourselves in danger to come rescue me.
You're always like this, Kachina. Now's not the time to act tough. We're coming for you, and that's fun. I don't know what lies the Abyss has been feeding you, but I'll tell you something right now. Nobody here sees you as a burden. You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars, a hero of Natlan. All you need to do is wait for us to rescue you, and you'll get all the applause and
I'm really scared.
Aww.
Everything's so dark and creepy here. Still, I don't want you to put yourselves in danger because of me.
all you need to do is place your trust in us, just like you always have. No one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind.
Yeah, we're so close. We can't call it quits now.
Salah pencet.
Looks like we've lost contact. Now comes the most dangerous part. You have to traverse the Night Kingdom in your physical form. This entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after an abyssal invasion.
I know.
All right. Then I wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be ready just in case. She's very experienced in dealing with that face you just made. Don't tell me you two got into another
No, I just feel bad for creating more work for her.
I'll go with them too, Archon. The more people, the stronger.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone. It really means a lot that you're willing to brave these dangers with me. And there's no time.
Now that I've lost my power, I won't be able to provide much practical support. But I can still keep an eye on the situation from here. Ian-san, I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter a situation you can't handle...
That won't happen.
I hope not. Be careful out there.
Kemana? Aku harus beli beras nanti. Iya juga. Oh, 11. Silakan. still have time. Ih, terbang. Wih. Bawah kah? Ya, dari bawah. Oke. Oh, nggak jadi bawah. Oh, dua. Aman. Timnya sudah aman. Let's go. Aduh.
So we're underneath Natlan right now? It looks nothing like Paimon was imagining.
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced civilization ruled by dragons. Humans only established their own society after the fall of the dragons.
So these are Saurian ruins?
I think they
Wait, you mean like the elemental sovereigns? They had their own advanced civilization?
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived until now, so no one really knows what the devices here are for. These ruins have been abandoned for a long time. But with the recent increase in Abyss activity, the installations around here have somehow been activated again.
So what you're saying is, we're not in for an easy trip to the Night Kingdom.
No. It's going to be obstacle after obstacle from here on out.
Why are you all laughing like that? It's creeping Paimon out.
It's the pre-adventure excitement kicking in, right guys?
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Then let's go. We won't let anything stand in our...
Oke. Oke, kajuju aja biar enak. Kajuju.
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get across?
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance.
Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
Ini kalian.
The wind knows me. Busted. Game's up. Time's over. Lay down.
Oke. Dapat chest lumayan. Sekarang ikan. Teh. Jadi ikan.
Oh, the place we need to go seems really high up.
One with nature. Gotcha. Transfixed.
Oh, ada.
Take it easy. Things are about to get dicey. Busted.
Dah. Oke. Ayo. Oh enggak, ini jalan otomatis ternyata. Kirain diarah.
Everybody stand back!
Clouds high. The birds call. The wind knows me. Quietly now. Overruled.
Game's up. Fun's over. Teamwork is strength.
Witness my rise. Transfixed.
Langsung meninggal, cepat meninggal.
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it.
Easy for you to say.
Easy for itu say orang si Naruto juga pakai Saurian. Oke.
This must be the entrance the Pyro Archon told us about.
Yes. There's something in the depths of this place that feels familiar.
We actually have to go in there? Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Don't push her through before she's ready. Hey! You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
Looks like we made it. This is the Night Kingdom.
It looks so different from what I imagined in the stories.
That overflow of energy is probably what trapped Kachina here in the first place.
From this point forward, everything we know about the real world no longer applies. Anything can happen here.
Wait ya. Mesti gituin dulu supaya nggak error.
Paimon's more worried about how we're gonna make it out. We obviously can't go back the way we came.
Do you see that patch of light on the ground? It's shining down from that fissure in the sky.
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there?
Just like I said, our real-world knowledge doesn't apply here. We fell all this way, yet came out completely unscathed. If this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance. But here, all we have to do is stand underneath the light and offer a prayer.
That's it?
Yes. Don't try it now.
Right. We still got a job to do.
So that means all we need to do is find Kachina and bring her to this location.
Exactly. This light is streaming in from the real world. It's a link between the two realms.
The terrain looks difficult to navigate, and the visibility's not great either. How are we supposed to find Kachina in these conditions?
Yeah, these floating black things don't look super friendly either.
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power. Be careful.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Calm down. I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama, right? Yes, I'm Vichama's friend, Malco.
Loh, si Malco.
I was completely lost to this realm until I sensed a mysterious power calling out to me. It's like it was seeking me out, attempting to reassemble the pieces of who I used to be. Of course, it could only do so much. I'm sorry I can only appear before you in this imperfect form.
No, we should be the ones apologizing. If the Spirit Speaker's stone hadn't become corrupted by the Abyss, we could have done much more. But we had to destroy it. Otherwise, Vichama and his tribe would have been in danger.
Of course. Thank you for protecting him. I never imagined that, even after all these years, he'd still take such a risk from under the power of the stone. It felt like our souls were connected. Turns out even our regrets were exactly the same.
Whether in triumph or death, you want your best friend by your side.
Exactly. That may not be in the cards for us, but it's not too late for you. You're looking for a young girl from the Children of Echoes, right? She's being chased by an embodiment of abyssal power. I'd like to help her while I'm still in this form, so follow me. Be careful. This place has been severely corrupted.
Gas.
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Ouch!
Quick, get back here.
Meninggal.
Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the
Tar
time
dulu
being.
bentar. Arlenya meninggal. Wah. Wah, Arlenya meninggal.
We won't be able to keep this up. Let's try another route. This way.
Door of Resurrection, mana Door of Resurrection-nya? Aleku meninggal barusan.
Not good. More monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on them.
Door of Resurrection nyalain lagi, mana dia? Door of Resurrection.
Oh, Paimon can't see anything!
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
I sense an enemy. Oh enggak ada. Cutscene-nya tuh.
Did you hear that?
What?
Never mind. It was probably...
Don't scare Paimon like that!
I heard it too. It was a voice from the...
What did it say?
It doesn't matter. It certainly doesn't harbor good intentions.
Adventure time!
Adventure time!
Paimon just heard it too! Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place!
Oh, biofinya ke Cina ya.
We're here, Kachina! Oh, honey? You made it! Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these. Good idea. Let's go!
Let's go. Mana Benny? Benny sampai pakai assembly. Tarik.
Into the wind.
Bentar, Benny.
Everybody stand back! Here comes the catch. Ship him!
Deng, deng, deng.
Yeah!
Quietly now.
Seru banget.
You're here. You're finally here. Thank you so much. That monster can appear from anywhere. It almost come. The YF's power helped keep me hidden, so I just tried to stay out of sight until you got here. Had a girl. You did so well. And most importantly, you weren't hurt.
Should we start heading back then?
Actually, I have a request. Will you come visit the YF with... I can't exactly put it into words, but... something's wrong with the Ode of Resurrection. And I know it has something to do with the contamination.
That was the Pyro Archon's theory as well. Everything we've seen here certainly seems to back it up.
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles representing the Wyab of each tribe. You can think of them like the body of each Wayab. Additional totem poles, like the ones around here, serve as proxies to which the Wayab can extend their consciousness. There are countless proxies scattered around the Night Kingdom. Through them, the Wayab can extend their consciousness over the entire realm and track down souls no matter where they roam. But if a proxy were to become severely contaminated, then a soul could become lost within the Night Kingdom.
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing with just one contaminated proxy. Even if we could drive back the abyssal power from one of them, that probably wouldn't even put a dent in the problem.
Still, we can't just leave the Wayab to suffer. It's protect.
I agree. We might even manage to draw out the monster that's been hunting. Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration of the...
Kachina? What's wrong? Nothing. Just a headache. And
maybe we really should leave. Kachina's already been here for too long.
No, I'm fine. I don't plan on just up ahead. I'll lead the way. Besides, I can still fight, so please, help me out a little longer. Listen to me, Kachina. We'll come with you, but that's because we want to help the Wayab, not because we have something to prove.
Salah pencet, aku pencet apa barusan? Kenapa gameku tutup? Oh iya.
You don't have anything to prove either. It's okay if you reach your limit. We'll be there.
All right. The sooner we get this done, the better.
We've already come all this way, so we might as well try to get to the bottom of it.
Let's go. This way.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
All by yourself? That's too
It's all right. I may not be as strong as that monster, but I'm definitely more familiar with the area. I don't have much time left. If you're anything like my friend, I'm sure you're not particularly fond of goodbye. So go. Achieve your goal. And return to the world where you belong.
Thank you for everything.
You're a true hero.
No one fights alone.
Does your head still hurt? Let me help you walk.
Mungkin ada item heal cuma satu. Aduh nggak ke-heal ya kan dia ada bawa L ya kayak juga.
I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that. Wayab? Wayab! I'm back! My friends and I are here to heal you. Wayab, can you... So we were right. The contamination is already too severe. Alright, get ready everyone. Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place.
Careful. We've got company.
Ada doi nih.
Already?
You really think that puny soul could slow me down? Courage in the face of futility. He tried to get in my way, so He would have dispersed with or without me. Rather than worrying about him, you may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but underestimate me now. No, the power of the Abyss is intoxicating. The destruction it seeks captivates like a masterful work. I thought this naive little girl was an exception, but it turns out humanity is full of lambs willing to offer themselves up to the slaughter. That is the tragedy of your ancient names, pride, friendship. All empty ideas invented to give you a false sense of self-worth. They possess no power. The Pyro Archon created those grandiose ideals out of pure selfishness. Anything to avoid sharing power. Anything to avoid handing over the primordial gift to ordinary people like you. Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina...
Kachina! Give me your hand.
Aw, so cute. The smile is
Feel
so
that?
cute.
I'm right here next. Thanks, Moalani. Because I'm not alone any... You're right. Maybe comforting ideals don't have any power. But you also couldn't be more wrong. You've never had to work for your own strength, so you will never understand the true source of our power.
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back down, it comes from our friendship. The power lies not in the ideal itself, but in our commitment to upholding that ideal, and in our...
Well said.
Terbaik. Aduh, nggak sempat
Should take
screenshot
more than
sih
two
ya.
of us to
Tapi
handle an
Paimon
enemy like this.
terbaik.
Sorry in advance, but you there aren't many in Natlan.
Nggak sempat di screenshot tadi Paimon ngasih jempol terbaik. Tua nih.
Clear the area! Let's ride! Check this out!
We won! We actually won!
That's what he gets for underestimating.
Fantastic work, Kachina. Absolutely. This makes me so. I'm
Aw,
happy too,
so
Milani.
cute.
Together we really are unstoppable. Huh? My ancient name is glowing? But I thought I didn't bring it with me.
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that doesn't explain why it's glowing all of a sudden.
Wait, does that mean you're...
That was a bold move, diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend, especially in a place so overrun with abyss. Still, seeing you pull it off was real. Everything you said was exactly right. As isolated individuals, we stand no chance against the power. It took years worth of scars and lots of unnecessary suffering for me to understand that. The Pyro Archon's plan will unite us as one. Everyone has a part. Only then will we have the power to defeat the strongest of... Tupac, a warrior from the
Anjay,
people of-
Tupac! Tupac!
I fought against the Abyss during the invasion 500 years ago.
I've heard that name before. You were the giant who saved all of Natlan.
Since you were able to awaken my words from your ancient name, that under the name Umoja, you shall unite the tribes and save Natlan.
Me?
As long as blood still runs through your veins, even the tiniest spark of steel against stone can ignite a flame.
Tupac! Ay, Tupac. Your soul will be missed.
Its blaze will become one with our vision for Natlan. Even amid everlasting darkness, our bonds remain eternal.
Anjay, bro, fist, let's fucking go. Let's go. Kenapa tiba-tiba Tupac?
So many memories. My brain was just flooded with everything he once knew. So that's what happened.
What do you mean? Did you just figure something out?
500 years ago, they foresaw the very crisis we're facing now. Efforts to save Natlan started all the way back then.
We can go over the details once we get back. We shouldn't linger here longer than we have. I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea Mualani was also part of the plan.
This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of explaining. Let's focus on saving the Wyatt first.
Wayo. Hening gini biasa ada duar-duarnya nih, ngeri banget. Oh enggak ada, kayaknya ada duarnya.
Okay, that should be enough. What?
I hear your voice, Kachina. My dear child.
Great. Well then, I'm afraid it's time to say goodbye. I just wanted to make sure you were okay before we leave, but I was going to ask why you bestowed an ancient name upon someone like me. I'll keep searching within myself for the answer. I'll never stop trying to improve my strength.
You are already an outstanding child in my eyes, Kachina. No matter what happens.
Tiba-tiba something in my mind.
Huh?
You are all my most beloved children. It has always been my honor to protect and nurture you. Your ancient name is just that. A name. Much like your parents chose to name you Kachina, I also gave you a name, but it need not define you. Focus on who you want to be. You are already worthy of your name. Now, you need only devote yourself to becoming a better you. The story of your ancient name is for you to continue. Just like your parents, my love for you will never change. It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move another step towards completion. Go now, my children.
I know we've never met before, Wayab, but I just want... Thank you for encouraging Kachina. It was exact...
Whoa! What's going on?
We're out of time.
It's the power of the Abyss. Quick!
Run! Wih, ada...
It's a Sealy! The Sealy opened the way for us!
Kenapa tiba-tiba ada Sealy? Run! Iter run! Run, Iter run! Let's go, stamina-nya gampang habis. Wadaw! Aduh, stamina-nya setengah.
The opening in the sky! It's closing!
We need to hurry, or we'll be stuck here!
Watch out for the falling rocks!
Quick, through the middle!
Come on, faster! We'll never make it!
Lah, si Iter bawa prototype. Let's go! The power drill comes to... Yep! Of course, it wouldn't be that easy.
You've done well. Now come home.
Anjay, let's go. Dia udah take back the power ya. Nice, great job.
We're back! The Pyro Archon saved us.
But She's not here. Yeah, didn't she say she used it all up?
She's still in the speaker's chamber. What we saw in the Night Kingdom was just her conscious.
So you're saying her
Every great display of power comes at a price.
You must feel terrible, Kachina. Just hold on. Let's get back to the stadium. The pyro...
I recommend getting a full checkup, just to make sure no damage can...
Paimon feels okay. But what about you, Traveler?
I'm completely fine.
Right. You always seem to...
Let's get going. We need to share what we learned in...
Right. The Wyatt mentioned something about the pyro...
I'll let her explain everything. We're all a... Every move we make from here on out will decide Natlan's ultimate fate.
Nice. Mana Statue of Seven? Saya mau nge-heal dulu. Hahaha. Statue of Seven. Si siapa namanya? Si Arlen darahnya udah mau habis. Heal dulu dong. Gitu. Nyesel nggak bawa Barbara. Salah. It cool down the laptop, nice.
Huh. There's a lot less stuff here than before.
It's good to see you all here in one piece. I know you must have a lot of questions, but let Koichi check you over first. It's best not...
Thank goodness you made it back. I came here as soon as the Pyro Archon told me. Take a seat, everybody. I'll examine you one by one.
Oh, but thanks to Koichi, the extensive experience treating nggak bisa containment. Oh, nice. Treatment also receive Kachina symptom.
All right, that should do it for now. But just to be safe, I'll perform another checkup in a couple of... I have to say, though, I've never seen anyone react to the Abyss like you, Traveler. It's like you're completely immune.
He always has been special like that. He can even purify its power. Wait, now that you mention...
Given the current situation, that ability will likely play a great role in the events to come.
Of course. I still have patients to see, so I'll head out.
Thank you, Koichi.
All right, all right. We might not see eye to eye, but we both had good intentions. Just give it time. I'm sure we'll figure things out between us one day.
Yeah.
Huh. Apa sibling just
All right.
being sibling as usual?
There's so much to discuss, I don't even know where to begin. You've seen it for yourselves now. The devastation in the Night Kingdom. I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction. It's very possible our nation has less than a year before total devastation.
Huh? No.
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed that fact to the handful of people working with me. Our looming destruction is not a recent development, but the inevitable conclusion of the disaster the Abyss initiated
Mulani told us a little bit about that.
500 years ago. All the nations of Teyvat were invaded by the Abyss. Unlike the other nations, Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so we suffered the worst of the invasion. The battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. In the end, victory came at the cost. Even then, it took centuries of solving the disasters caused by the... And still, this is but a superficial victory. The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because that realm is essentially functioning as Natlan's ley lines.
Oh ya, itu. Kan dia dokter.
Immediately after the war, our calculations estimated that we would have a maximum of 500 years before the Night Kingdom was completely lost to the Abyss. But at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our people no longer believed in victory, nor did they hold hope. Our civilization was dying, our faith crumbling, and the line of power passed down from the Wyatt nearly severed. If we didn't bring the nation back together, it would be foolish to even dream of defeating the Abyss in the future. So, the Archon had a long and involved discussion with the heroes of each tribe, and finally came up with a 500-year...
So that's what happened. After finding Kachina, I encountered a strange figure who gave me a series of new memories. Since the plan was mentioned in those memories, I guess I've been chosen to play an important role in it. But there's still something I don't understand. Those memories showed me the Pyro Archon from back then. And it was you.
Huh? But that doesn't make any sense. The Pyro Archon is supposed to be human. It's impossible.
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome has always been time. Or rather, the natural... A god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of divine power. But, as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. We can only rely on our own. A human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. 500 years ago, I placed my... Only by dying before my time could I have the chance to wake up again.
So, in other words, this is your second life?
Katanya sih kalau ada rambut yang ke atas Mafika tandanya karakter itu. Gimana ya, bro? Ini kayak ada dua yang ke atas.
Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss
Traveler
all
punya.
those years ago because the tribes came together as one. If the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the Pyro Archons that came after the war had to rebuild the decimated tribes. The goal was to reunite the people and restore the strength of each tribe's Wayab. Once a tribe was back to its full strength, the tribe's Wayab would select a hero, indicating that the Chosen would then stand by my side in defense of our nation, just like great heroes of old, 500 years.
So that means I'm one of the...
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja, the same one held by the hero from your tribe 500 years ago. It means unity. After your adventure in the Night Kingdom, I trust you've come to fully understand the meaning of that name.
So in other words, you always knew who the Wayab were going to pick from each tribe?
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed to have been fully restored by the time I awoke. But something went wrong along the way. The 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago, but the intel regarding the plan wasn't passed on to them. Once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night Kingdom. Communication between the Sacred Flame and the Wayab has been...
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection failed to bring Kachina back.
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us. The Abyss may not possess intelligence, but its methods certainly aren't easy to catch. If we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone isn't enough. The ancient name-bearer must establish a greater connection to their name. So, I've tried my best to help them from the sidelines. Currently, Shilonin of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names. During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wayab Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within your name.
But we have less than a year.
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all the heroes have been gathered. That's also why I haven't been able to take action despite the urgency of this.
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in all this? Wouldn't that make everything go...
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be true. Knowing your destiny too early could mean failing to realize your full potential. Just like your determination to save Kachina, I hope your commitment to this endeavor comes from your own strength of will.
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final 2 heroes are then?
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand will only hinder their development. I can only trust in the judgment of the Wayab. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. In fact, it was precisely because I chose to trust and rely on others that we managed to get this far. Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon or any singular individual, but in us all.
You're quite perceptive, aren't you? I thought I might get away with avoiding the topic.
Huh? Oh, right! All of the stuff you stored here before, where did it all go?
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency plan to ensure you would make it back from the Night Kingdom. After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk, and Mualani has an important role to play in my plan. In addition to their sentimental value, the items I stored here held a much more important purpose: fuel.
Fuel? Ah, so back then, that's why you...
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly important, but there's an even more significant trait they all share. Every item belonged to a hero of over time they became imbued with a certain amount of contending fire from being carried in battle. On their own, each item's power is limited, but together their combined effect can prove quite useful in a dire situation. By burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored with... It was a rather crude approach, so all their power was depleted in an instant, as you can see.
But weren't they all precious treasures? What about theirs?
That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what, I never wanted the Pyro Archon to have to use that power.
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my thanks, actually. If you hadn't saved the totem pole, that area of the Night Kingdom would have been forever lost to the abyss. And then, it would only be a matter of time before the Children of Echoes was met with disaster. Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, or the Pyro Archon of their time, it was out of a desire to contribute to Natlan's survival. If they knew those items helped save the present-day heroes of Natlan, they would not mourn their loss.
Even when you put it that way, I still feel bad.
There's no need. Remember what I told you about time? The people and the events of the past are never truly lost to us. We simply carry them with us in a different form. In that sense, we didn't lose anything at all. If you still have regrets, let them fuel your resolve in the battles to come. Your deeds will become new legends and nurture new forms of power just like the items once stored here.
Well, we'd still like to return the favor.
Well, if that's the case, just now that Kachina has returned, we can finally hold the victory feast and celebrate your team's triumph in the Night Ward. And we could all use the rest, that's for sure. Plus, you'll be able to silence everyone who doubted you once and for...
Still, now that I know the danger we're facing...
Try not to let it get to you. It's important to stay calm. Worrying about it will only affect your judgment. All right. You should head out.
Apa deh? Tiba-tiba barusan error. Serem banget.
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to the stories of warriors from all over Natlan. They attract people from all walks of life. Friends come easy here, no matter what tribe you're from. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. They are there to bring all hot spring buddies together. It's been really nice, seeing the children of my tribe get older. It's helped me gradually understand the true value of this. I've witnessed their energy, their determination, even when they cause trouble, I never managed to hold on to my anger for long. It's unbelievable how quickly they worm their way back into... I'm certain Mualani will become a great warrior when she grows up. She possesses infinite potential. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children, just like those warriors did for me. So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories. Our nation is engulfed in darkness. Our tribes stand divided, and yet you promise victory in the distant future. The Abyss is a cunning enemy, one that I faced in battle many times. Were that not the case, I would never understand exercising this degree of caution. My rage will never know absolution, and my power will no longer aid you in victory. But you came to me because you knew you could convince me with just a single sentence. I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember to earn us the victory we are owed. Otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. For Natlan.
Sesi reminisi kah? Aduh. Sesi mengenang kembali kah?
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to serve as the Pyro Archon again? But what about the you from right now? You're just gonna die?
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. The decision is hers to make, and she deserves our support. We will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes. Don't you worry. Even across time, we will all do our part to fight for Natlan's future.
Yeah, Mom's right. We'll always believe in you, sis.
Why? Why do this to me, game?
Oh,
Why?
seriously though, Dad should be here. Where is...
I imagine he didn't know what to say, so he chose not to come at all. Don't take it to heart, my dear. That's... Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget it.
Genshin always do this to me. They're so cruel.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone.
Why? Ini referensi ke Gojo
rules
di
are my
episode yang
legacy.
itu. Gojo.
They shall
Muzan
grant
di
us the
episode yang itu,
strength
jalan apa lama
to
banget.
overcome the next tragedy.
War forged the 6 tribes, taught us how to fight, instilled in us what it means to...
Who will be the one to bring this to an...
We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside Sun and with those who forged our own destiny. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
Wah, aku harus pergi ke tengah ya. Oh, kalau ke in bisa. Quest notification 1. Dari sini aja sekalian ngambil apa daily commission rewardnya itu.
Add Astro. Thank you for
Coba cek dulu berapa aku punya berapa 500 tambah 500 lagi nanti. Mana?
Hey, Koichi! You here for the victory feast too?
Oh, no. I knew Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver some medicine. I was about to leave, actually. It's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina and the others. I'm so glad she made it back. It's just... Well, I'll make things awkward if I'm...
Well, you two had a fight, so Paimon can understand.
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip, right?
Yeah, she was super helpful. She gave us a lot of useful information about...
That's good. That's all I need.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken when we first met.
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but I did it for a reason. Her impulse to fight is extremely strong. Her mental strength helps her rein it in, but she still loses control sometimes. I had no idea what you might face in the Night Kingdom, so I didn't want to take any...
So, what you're saying is...
Ya deliberate provoke harus si take the impulse on you.
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid, but it works pretty well. It helps her keep her cool for a little while, at least. Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and sound. That's all I wanted.
What? Do you really have to go that far? Can't you just talk it out?
No way. Chaska never opens up about her own pain, especially to her family. She can't learn about... I appreciate the understanding, and don't worry. I'll find a way to help her ease this burden. Anyway, I need to get going. Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their arguing? In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault. Paimon's had enough of them.
Salah pencet dong, bro. Ada Pak D. Let's go Pak D.
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Let's go Pak D. Pak D.
I always knew you could do it. You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team. I'll be dealing with you when we get back.
I had no choice. My friend invited...
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get ahead in the first round?
I wasn't, I swear. I just happened to find that bearer injured in the wild, so I stopped to bandage his wounds. When he insisted on repaying the favor, what was I supposed to do? I'm just one person. I figured Kachina would have no trouble replacing me.
But the fact of the matter is that after your departure, everyone else started thinking about swapping teams.
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong of us.
It's amazing that you still made it all the way through to the Night Warden War.
So, what about you guys? Did...
Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition and turned up late to the stadium on the day.
Serves you all right. No sympathy from me.
Alright. There's no need to be like that, Uncle Puck. Dear friends, I'd like to, firstly, I'm grateful to my friends and our great Archon for helping to bring me back. This traveler and his companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever... They've agreed to let me learn from them. And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Ayan-san. They all helped the traveler, and they too deserve to be called our heroes. So...
Well said!
I'll drink to that.
How does it feel being a hero, Kachina?
To To be honest, it's a bit overwhelming. Well, you better get used to it. Next up, undefeated champion! Hey, please don't make fun of...
Oh, belum kelar story import dari Afrika.
Ah, you're here. Have some fruit juice. I got it specially for you two.
How did you know?
You look like you've still got questions. Ask away. Because they had their own life. The thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love,
Gimana ya?
and
Aku
come with me
nanggung,
to the
bentar lagi
end
rapi
of
juga.
time.
Paling 3
For in
jam.
500 years, Natlan will be destroyed. It seemed too cruel. You could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually. But life is short. And beyond a point, it just doesn't seem real.
Oke, Pi.
Imagine if I said, let's leave right now and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million years. I couldn't make them shoulder that burden with me. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. Or, of course, without me. But since I was the one who came up with the plan, I felt duty-bound to see it through to the end.
I'm suddenly remembering that portrait in your room. Was that your family from back then?
Yes, it was. So when you asked me who my sister grew up to be, the truth is that, from what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with a reasonable degree of confidence that she ended up as an architect and artist. She played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the Canopy tribe, designing and building many houses. But of course, none of her building. Still, it was an impressive achievement, and I'm very proud of her. You feel loss keenly. It seems to stir up feelings of regret in you. But this is something I have long said. This is a war. And there can be no war without loss. I am already... The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon. And the weight of their expectations is mine to bear. I must see our fate through to the very end. No matter what I may...
Yeah, doesn't that mean the way everything ends has already been written, including your plan?
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget, time takes many forms. The past, present, and future coexist, and all are equally important. Even if the future ends in destruction, there's still no reason to give up on the and it's precisely because we humans cannot know our fate that we will never give up on our struggle. This is a pivotal moment. We are still 2 heroes short. Well, 3 to be precise. There's one further hero who I'm hoping to get on my side, whatever it takes. Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is truly remarkable. It would easily make you an all. If you agree to join us, you will not only gain my full support in your journey, but I will also forge a brand new ancient name for you.
Ancient names can be full.
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but if they couldn't be forged at all, then the number of them and possessing an ancient name would mean that your adventures in Natlan are recorded in full. Your stories would be remembered by our people for all the years to... The Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power, but still. Take this as my personal guarantee that I shall never let... Just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you. That is a promise I will fulfill at all costs. This nation always honors its heroes.
Yeah, we can't
Suaranya
just
si
ignore the
Maverick lama-lama kayak
situation
suaranya
here.
Stele.
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Shilonin right away. She's the one who will forge the name. We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but I trust she'll find...
Sudah rapi, Act 2-nya. Let's go.
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost much of her power. Although your injury complicates things, This is most certainly the opportune time to...
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness, and I don't intend to start now. As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into... You don't have much time. And you're injured on top of that.
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
Ini, ngeselin banget nih dibiarin gantung. Kebiasaan Genshin. Makasih Genshin. Dapat deh hadiahnya 500 primo. Uhuy, lumayan. Ini juga dapat 1. Oke. Akhirnya Genshin Natlan rapih guis, mantap. Bisa dapat 5. Oh, 6, nice. Aku punya berarti 61. Wah, cukup lah. Aku punya 100. Aku ada di PT berapa nih? Ada PT berapa aku? Aku di PT berapa? PT berapa? 2, 4, 10, 30, 40. Oh, 40. Oke, aku di PT 40. Aku di PT 40. Aman. Oke. Aduh, bentar narik napas dulu. Akhirnya rapi juga storynya Natlan. Achievement ada 4 tadi ya. Oke. Achievement lagi. Bunganya si Lon punya berapa ya? Bunganya Silon loh, material ascension mana? Oh, nggak ada. Ascension material di sini kah? Oh ya di sini. Aku punya 109. Aku butuh berapa ya? 90. Oh ya, thank you ya Yori. Aku juga mau end stream kok. BTW makasih banget loh yang udah join tadi. Ada Yori, ada Luffy, ada banget tadi, ada April, ada Jijo, ada Sky tadi datang sebentar, ada Jello. Makasih loh yang udah mampir tadi. Aku juga mau end stream soalnya mau istirahat, nanti mau beli beras. Story udah kelar, daily udah, resinnya gampang lah bisa diatur. Malas juga aku mesti resin. Oke, makasih yang udah mampir ke stream hari ini. Thank you banget. Jadi sampai jumpa di stream berikutnya. Dadah.